Coming up on this episode.
That hose is submerged right into the lake, and it has a filter. It goes way out there. So this special old cabin is going to be partially dismantled today after probably 80 years.
We need the voltage. We want 500 volts. And let's go back to the inverter.
Here we are with another windy day. So today I am going to show you my little process for getting water. We've had a lot of people ask us, how do you guys get water and what are you using? So I'm going to show you that. When we were in town getting supplies right now, we got some new cookware. I also have a little tiny pan and just washing up all of our stuff. So we're using the Jilka. That water comes directly from, oh, do you hear it? Just a minute, sorry. I can't let this moment go. Ryan's out running Pepper all around. Can you hear it? They can be quite... Do you hear that? Pepper can be quite loud sometimes. But there's nothing like the loons, right? Anyways, I had to come and show you that. Actually, now that I'm down here, I'll show you how it all works to the best of my ability. Ryan's kind of the go-to guy on this, so I'm learning, but I'm not there. Okay, you've probably seen this big neon greenish, yellowy colored hose. That hose is submerged right into the lake, and it has a filter. It goes way out there. It's plugged into a pump. The water comes in and it goes all the way up through the trees. And Ryan's made me a little outdoor kitchen covered with cardboard. Did you get to see our solar battery shed? That's kind of going to be a short-term deal. That green hose comes all the way up. The cord comes all the way up. It's connected to a power supply. And this here is water that we fill up all the time. And we get that water, see that little pump there? That is connected to the Julka, which is connected to our heat. So that's how that all works. We turn this on and I get hot water to wash my dishes. And then to rinse them, I get water out of this pail. I let it boil for a long time, and then I rinse my dishes that I've washed. So that's how we get our water, and that's how it comes from the lake. And it's been working really well, and we haven't gotten giardia yet. So it's working. I mean, it's all working. We do have something new happening and going in at some point, and that is, we've showed that to you before, but there is a water bladder in there. That's the pressure tank for our new system that will eventually be going in. But for now, this is great. So the hard thing about this one is that I'm not very able to shut it off very well. I have to really flick it. Ow! And seriously, every single time I do that, I hurt my thumb so much. Oh. This is what we do in the meantime. Oh wow, Opal's running like a wild lady. After I wash the dishes in the lake water, I simply take them over to where my water is boiling, and I boil it until everything bad is boiled out, And I simply do this. Done. That's how it's done on Bird Island. At least for the time being.
Okay, we're gonna go make room for the generator because we're gonna relocate the generator in behind our battery shed. So we have a couple little tiny trees to take out, right honey?
Right.
What are we gonna use?
So we've got a couple of trees that I've got to take out of here. It's a lot of work, but I'm gonna use my trusty saw. I'm gonna use my Saker saw. It's like I'm still doing the Saker. This little thing here is a 4-inch piece of wonder steel. And I'm gonna take this right out of the ground.
Okay.
All right.
Nice and low, honey.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. Thank you. Timber! 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 Over there, the timber kind.
Okay, now this one? I'll get that later.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. It's like it's on that wrong side or something.
No, that's good. All right.
Can I do it like that? Because it's too, I almost have to do it like that to get it low.
Go ahead.
But you know what though? We don't want to get it dirty. So I tend to, whenever I'm sawing, I tend to clear it out like this first.
Okay.
And
I like
then,
it. I like that way. Nice and
and
low,
then this
so.
way.
All right. That thing is a machine.
That really is amazing.
What do you think, honey?
I love this little saw is all I can say. My saw, I love my saw.
Yeah, I know it's your
I
saw.
love my saw.
I know it's your saw. Okay, this one here.
I love my purple gloves too.
There's lots to love out here, isn't there, honey?
There's everything to love. There's a lot of love out here.
Yep. I love you.
I love you. Okay, here we go.
Now that we've done the love fest. Hi, sweetie. I love you. Wait, look at me. I love you.
I thought there was enough love in the air.
There is, but you can. Hey, wait. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
Okay, now.
And that is such a good tool. Okay. Good job, honey.
Okay. How's that look?
There's
Okay.
a big one right there.
So now that we've just been sawing.
Oh, I'm disheveled, Jessie. I was just in the forest and I came across a Bigfoot and we tussled and this is a result. Thank you, Jessie. I've got a great face for radio, don't I, Jessie? Thank you. All right, there's Chicken of the Woods right there.
Now tell him how much you love him.
Oh, we love you, Jessie. Okay. All right, hugs for Jessie.
This is what I'm looking at. That is some kind of a mushroom, right?
Oh, I got sap in my hair. Oh.
Is that some kind of a mushroom? I feel like it must be. I think.
Yeah, it is.
I
Honey.
feel like it must be.
Yeah, it's a fungus. It's called Chicken of the Woods.
But it seems like there's other little things here too. Guaranteed I'm going to have pitch in my hair too.
I've got tons in my hair.
Uh-oh.
Are we taking this one out? I can't remember.
No, that one's going to be a big, beautiful tree one
I
day.
think it's going to be too close to our shed, but we can leave it for now.
That one actually...
This one here.
That one actually is going to die, isn't it? Oh.
You don't have to put any pressure with this chainsaw. It just grabs the wood and pulls the chainsaw through it.
Yeah, and they recommend that you not put pressure on it too.
Oh, well that's good because I didn't. I'm going to come in here with the chainsaw and clean some of this up because I have to get it ready for the generator. And then when it comes time to move the generator, I'm going to need your help, okay? Because it's heavy.
But how can I help?
You're strong, sweetheart.
That I can't even put another pound on my spine.
Yeah, I know. But You heard the story about the turnip and the mouse? There was this huge turnip and all these animals were trying to pull it out and they couldn't. And all these animals got into this big line, and like there was a hippo and a lion and a zebra and all these animals, and then they couldn't get it. And there was like, you know, gophers and everything. And then all of a sudden this little mouse came along and they said, hey, help, just join the tug of war. So the mouse got on the end and that was just enough to pull the turnip out.
Yeah, but you know what?
So you're my mouse. Okay,
but where's the zebras and the gophers and the pigs and the dogs and the...
You're looking at them.
Oh, you're all in one?
Yep.
Whoa. So you just need me as a
thunder
tiny
and lightning.
bit.
And I need the mouse.
Okay.
You're my Minnie Mouse.
Okay, here goes then. All right, I guess we'll come back and figure that one out. Something kind of odd is happening. It feels a bit weird. It's like all of a sudden while we were in the cabin, this blanket of smoke, it's just rolling over top of us from behind. And it feels really weird. Yikes. It's so weird. We brought our truck over to the island because we had a whole bunch of stuff to bring. And one of those things is a microwave from my office. And we've got a little cleanup to do on it. But what we discovered was that now that we have some of these little modern conveniences in the cabin, we realized what, honey?
Well, we should probably install some more panels. We only have 8 installed right now. And it's not keeping up, especially with increased cloud cover. So I'm gonna go from 1/4 to 1/3 of our system. So we're gonna have 10 panels installed. By the time we're done, we'll have 30. But again, this is just temporary. So that's what I'll be doing. And to install more temporary panels, I need wood. We're out of wood, but we've got cabins here that I can claim wood from. So we've got some derelict cabins that I'm gonna go salvage some wood from right now.
So this special old cabin is going to be partially dismantled today after probably 80 years. 75, 80 years, as far as we know.
It was partially dismantled by the forest.
That's true. Today we will be reclaiming some of these 2x4s that you're looking at. These over here look like the best ones for me, but they really won't, they're not accessible at all because they had the paneling up on them for so long. They protected them a little bit more.
So I'm gonna use this. Some people would say, why not just use a chainsaw? Good point, but there's nails all throughout here.
Yeah.
And I don't want to wreck the chain, and I can't wreck this. So I'm just going to use it.
So what are you going to be doing?
I'm going to be cutting out the 2x4s. Just cutting them out.
And I think what that means is that that whole wall is going to go over.
It will eventually, yeah.
I'd say it's going to happen like right now. So all this time when we look out of our tiny cabin window, we're looking at this little old structure, which is kind of sweet, and I'm super sentimental.
Yeah, that's right.
But now, this is not going to be here, and we're going to be able to look through almost to the other cabin. Can you see that there in the distance? That is the original cabin there. Oh my. He may be able to do this just by sheer force.
Maybe.
Wowee. Oops, there's pieces coming down.
Nice thing about this is you don't have to worry about hitting the dirt.
Right.
Changing the blade to a metal cutting blade.
Oh, okay. So the bad thing about this, well, not the bad thing, but it is a bit sketchy, are little gifts like that, for instance. If I can get it. There we are. That one. And that one. So we don't want those in our boots.
Huh. This doesn't seem to be working.
Uh-oh. Oh, you've gotten some new blades, didn't you?
Yeah, but the sawzall's not...
Is it not the right size?
Oh no, it's the right size. The sawzall's just not...
Hey, just over yonder there. You can totally see it. Right there. Soon we won't see that peak there either. But do you see that cabin right beside? There is another cabin partially standing right there. And we are going to be bringing in Pepper to make this a nice little area for probably another cabin, because we can clear out a few of these trees and the guest cabin will have another really lovely view.
Yeah, this isn't working. He
fixes things. So. Just noticed something.
What's that?
So there's the roof, and this here is the outside of the cabin with the doorway and the windows. I guess it had a couple of windows, eh?
Yeah, it did.
Can't wait to see pictures. Apparently someone has pictures of this. But this is fun, this kind of thing. There's a window there. I imagine that was the doorway because it's got hinges on it there. And there's another window.
Oh, wow.
But I don't see any windows on the rest of the cabin. They had windows at the front, but they weren't looking at the people beside. I think these were all brothers and sisters. There were 11 children, and I think they were all housed in here, as well as the father of the family was Indigenous here to Canada, First Nations, and he had a guiding business where he could guide Americans that would come in hunting and fishing, and this little island was their base, and their children were raised here. So for them, this has got to be a very special place, and that's why we really wanted to honor the family name and keep the family name on the island. And I really love the name, so we're getting stuff done. There's our battery shed again. And we've cleared out the back there so that we have more storage. We need to build a wood shed because we are going to have to house our wood for the winter. And we're just getting prepared. Like, you have to be prepared for these things. See that big, I think it's a cottonwood. It's a big, huge poplar. Gigantic, like so tall. And it's split all the way up the side. So I'm not sure if that's a safe bet there. I really don't know, because I've seen some of them that fell down, and that one there would actually take this cabin out. The good thing is that the trees we find aren't often falling this way. They're falling this way because of the wind off the lake. More fun, more fun. I don't want to disturb it at the moment, but I'll come back. But look at my butter crunch lettuce. Ooh.
I don't know what's going on with this one, but
We're going to be able to look through there and look to the next cabin now.
that'll be fun.
Yes.
Look how the saws will cut all the nails off.
Oh yeah, did it ever. That's nice. You don't have to worry about pulling them all out now, or will you still?
No.
On the other side, no? So are you not worried about getting that saw blade dirty because it's not a chain?
That's right. It's a demolition saw blade, so it'll cut through anything.
Nice.
This one's called a torch. It's specifically made for metal.
Oh.
It's like a motorized hacksaw.
We have a lot to do. We have a lot to do. But man, every second is so much fun. At least for me, it's fun. Is it fun for you, honey?
Nope.
It's not fun for you every second?
Not every second. Some seconds are better than other seconds.
That second wasn't a good one.
That second wasn't a good one. I got hit in the face.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Look at those, how nice.
Yeah.
Those are like brand new out of Home Depot.
Well.
Aren't they?
A little weathered, but.
They look like, no, but the yellowy ones look perfect. Look it. It's like we just picked those up out of Home Depot. Wow. Do you know what? Honey, these are just long boards. You're cutting them up, eh?
No.
Well, this one's cut, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I just meant.
I thought you meant I was cutting them up here. No, we're going to keep this length and keep that length.
Because they were one long board.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how they came across them, but they were long ones.
But they were special.
Tongue and groove.
Wow.
You could use them for walls inside the cabin if you want. You just want one length?
I think they're just really cool.
Okay.
Those are very special. That's amazing how long that is.
Yeah. That's,
16 feet?
it might be. You can measure it. If it is, we can use it for the end wall, a feature wall in our tiny cabin.
It would be so incredible to have this as a wall. That is such a great idea.
You could, yeah.
Because we wanted to repurpose some of it. And I think that is fabulous.
Why don't you measure it and see if it's 16 feet?
Because to have the old weathered look on one featured wall would be so sweet.
Yeah, it would be.
Sweet. That's a special surprise to have those long pieces.
You ready? Yeah, these bottom ones.
Careful, there could be nails right there. Wow, look at what's behind.
Another cabin.
Yeah.
That's a log cabin.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Do you think we could repurpose some of the logs?
Now that would be fun.
Wow. Anything we can would be wonderful.
Wow, they use big spikes. Where are you? Don't want to hit you. Okay, that's 5.
How many do you need about?
I can probably get by with six.
6? You're putting up 2 new ones?
Yeah.
Wow. It's because we were out of 2x4s, so that was pretty good that you figured this out to come over here.
Yeah, it's just temporary anyways, right?
Look at that.
Oh!
Oh, honey. Did your hand just go through a nail?
No, a nail went through my hand though. Ooh.
Is it okay?
Went right through my glove.
But is your hand all right?
I think so.
Because it was a leather glove, so.
I think it saved me.
Okay.
Well, we managed to get enough material to fabricate 2 additional solar panel supports. I'll be adding those to our solar array located down on the beach. Adding just 2 panels to the array will increase our solar production by 25%. I really like the fact that we're repurposing gently used wood from so many years ago. It feels good to put them to use again.
I've got several pairs of pants on today. I was so cold this morning. Okay. Hello. So Ryan's going to be adding to these solar panels because we've got a few things on them now.
Hi, honey.
Hey. What do you have there?
I got
The repurposed wood?
repurposed wood. I'm going to build another stand for 2 more panels.
Wow. Okay. Well, expansion mode.
There are all kinds of solar racking designs available. Metal, composite, ground mount, roof mount, fixed tilt, no tilt, single axis, dual axis tracking. Just contemplating it all makes my head spin. Since we needed a solution now, and since this array is totally temporary, I decided just to build the racking myself out of wood.
So what I'll be doing is making another one of these stands. So just a couple of triangles at the right angle. Couple of braces from side to side, and that's it. Very little to it. It's my off-grid solar array temporary stand. So this is my wood racking, and it doesn't cost a lot. Originally, I was going to put the extra 2 panels on this side, but I looked and I don't have enough PV wire to extend any farther that way from the inverter room. So I'll have to put it on this side, which means I'm going to have to adjust this array somewhat, adjust the angle, and I'm going to have to make some room in this bush for this last pairing of panels. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to use my saker saw and make some room in here.
This is a temporary array that will be dismantled once I build a proper permanent structure up above the high water mark.
What we have here is I've just taken that reclaimed wood and made another support. So I'm going to grab a panel and test fit it and just double check my measurements.
Okay, we're just gonna go and grab the panel. We as in he.
We as in he?
This is where all of our panels have been stored all these days, and there's gonna be 22 in there. We're taking 2. So there will be 20 left to install at some point. They're heavy though, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. See how I secured them inside?
Mm-hmm. Nice.
With these little blocks here?
Much safer that way. Yeah, I see that. That's wonderful. He's put blocks in there to keep them from falling down.
Yeah, we don't want them tipping this way.
No. I mean, if that happened, it would be a nightmare.
That's happened
like
once for us already. Remember that, honey?
Oh, yes. And everybody else can see it right here.
Luckily, not a single panel suffered any damage. These panels are tough.
Wow. You need help, honey?
I just gotta figure out which way's up.
It's like a big sail there.
Oh, these are like big kites. I just have to make sure I've got it installed the right way up.
Did that turn out to be the right way?
Yeah.
So these are going to be a little tiny bit in front of that one, though.
No, I'm moving it.
You're moving it?
Yeah.
To the same degree?
I'm going to tilt this one up a bit and tilt this one back a bit. So this one won't be as much of a degree.
I see, yeah. Hard to move, eh? Oh, not too bad. Do you want me to help?
I think it's okay, sweetheart.
I can help. This is being pushed off.
Yep, I have to lift it, and it's pretty heavy, so I just don't want it to hurt your back.
Nice job. Are they close enough to the others, or do they need to be?
It's better to have a bit of an arc, and it's better to be able to get in between them so I can wash them, right?
Yeah.
The important thing is we're going to get the use of 2 more panels, right?
Yeah. That'll make a difference, eh?
Oh, yeah. Do you want to get the paper off the bottom of this, please? Thank you.
Nice. You don't have a little holder on that front of that one, eh?
Have it in the center.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh.
Nice job. How long does it take for those to start heating up?
Instantly.
Wow. How fun.
Okay, so I'm gonna go shut the power off because you can't disconnect them under load.
No, I bet not.
Yeah, so I'm gonna run and do that real quick. I can't be sending solar power into the inverters and disconnect that. It's called disconnecting it under load, and you can't do that.
And what would happen? You'd get electrocuted?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
But if there's no load, then it's happy. So here's the isolator right here. This has 310 volts coming in right now, and it's generating 3.7 kilowatts. So what we're gonna do, I turn this off.
Okay.
Now there's no solar, we're just running off battery. So you'll see here that the solar input's gone. Gone, just went out.
Right.
Okay, so now we're running off battery only. So now I'm gonna go quickly connect them.
Okay.
And we're gonna increase the voltage in that wire,
Yeah.
which is actually better for the wire.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the more voltage you run through a wire, the thinner the wire you need. Interesting, eh?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
The more voltage you run through a wire, the thinner the wire you need.
That's why transmission lines are so thin. They run thousands of volts through them.
Wow.
We have to go in behind here. So I'm going to disconnect this. This runs to the inverters that we were just at. So I'm going to disconnect this. Try to anyways. It's hard to do. And then I'm going to unfurl this so it can reach that panel, right?
Okay, yeah.
See, we had no more wire, so I couldn't put it that way. I had to come this way.
Right.
I probably just have to come to the end of this one, and I'll probably have enough to make it. Yeah, I got enough. This is the positive lead. We gotta cut these back, eh? So I'm gonna hook these two together.
Wow.
And I'm gonna hook this one together with this one.
There you go.
And then I'm gonna hook this one. You pass me that cardboard, please. Thank you, honey. I'm gonna hook this one to this one, and I forgot
Are you close enough?
I have to go all the way back to get a knife. So, the negative is hooked way back there. You can see it coming up out of the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it goes negative to positive, positive to negative, negative to positive, positive to negative, right? Negative to positive, positive to negative, negative to positive, positive to negative. That's called series.
That makes sense.
If we did it in parallel, it would increase the amps, but because we're doing it in series, it increases the voltage.
And we need the voltage and not the amps?
We need the voltage. We want 500 volts. And let's go back to the inverter. We're holding all the corners down. See that? I don't have any clamps here yet. So typically what the wind does, it comes in this way and it can lift this up and flip it over. So as soon as we're finished with the voltage, I'm gonna come and clamp this.
Good idea.
Let's go check how much we got. Okay, this is a moment of truth. We're gonna turn on the power, and the inverter, right now, it's showing no solar activity. So I'm gonna turn on the solar feed. And see that? Solar just kicked in. Now we've got 467 volts. Wow. And this thing's gonna ramp up. Right now it's under the clouds. But even though it's cloudy, it's still bringing in 1.3 kilowatts.
That's amazing.
But 467 volts, that's unreal.
How much do we normally have?
320?
So that made a big difference.
Yeah. So the sunnier it gets, the more voltage it creates. 390 volts, 3.45 kilowatts. So it's charging really well.
Good job.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please support us by clicking the thumbs up icon on YouTube. We invite you to also subscribe and click the bell. You'll be notified when we upload new content. Please invite your friends and family to come along too.